Hi guys, what you lot saying? It's your boy Tarek, back with another video for you guys today. If you guys are new to my channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on, so every time I upload a video, you guys are notified. I'm just glad that the week is done and the weekend is here. This week has been a hectic week for me at work. It's had me literally like this in a chokehold, but I'm glad the week is done. I'm glad. Now, as you lot can tell by the title, this is more of a serious type of video, and it's more of a I'm gonna be spreading awareness type video. I don't really like making videos like this, but in this life we need to understand that real life situations happen, and it's not all about banter, it's not all about making jokes, it's not all about laughing, it's not all about happy stuff. Real life situations take place. Things do happen to people, around people. Like, these are people's lives, so we need to just make sure that we are aware of what's going on, and to make sure that people, just to kind of make sure that people are aware of what's happening. So that's enough from me and my introduction, and we're just gonna get straight into this video. My first bullet point: the teens were among 9 people who got arrested by the police. This happened in November 2023. This boy was only 17 years of age. What does it for me, right? And some of you may think, oh, this happened last year, why are you talking about this now? Trials can take some trials can take up to 10 years. If they're trying to gather evidence, look, for example, Young Thug. He's one of them. The whole YSL thing. Look how long his trial has been going on. YNW Melly. Look how long his trial has been going on. Those are just 2 examples I can name off the top of my head. Trials can take a very long time. It doesn't just happen like that. Like, you can commit a crime today and your trial date could be for the following year. It can happen like that, depending on the crime you've committed. But what does it for me is how young these people are that's doing these heinous acts. And I just think sometimes we need to sit and think and ask ourselves, why are people as young as this, and it's not just people as young as that be going out and doing these heinous acts, but why is it these youngsters are taking it upon themselves to do hurtful and evil things like this? And there's only so much you can blame the teenagers for this. There's only so much you can blame them. But I blame the people that's around them. I blame the community that's around them, i.e. the parents, the older siblings if they have any, people that they look up to who might inspire them. I don't know. Just the village and the community that they have around them. Because to me personally, right, stuff like that is taught to people. You don't grow up as a racist. You don't grow up being homophobic. You don't grow up these things, isn't it? Like, let's be real. These things are taught. Like, from a very young age, you can say to your child, oh, you see that person there? I don't want you hanging around with that. They're weird. Like, look how they behave. Like, it's just simple stuff like that. It starts off as simple stuff, just telling your child, I don't want you hanging around this person because they're this and they're that. And then as they get older, they start to understand what their parents mean. And then they adopt that way. And it's like a cycle. Because then they will teach that to their... It's like a cycle until someone snaps and breaks that cycle. So, yeah. 4 teens who were facing murder charges have reached a plea deal that's avoided them doing adult prison. So at the time, obviously, when these people committed these heinous acts, or committed this heinous act, shall I say, because it was one thing that they did. At the time, they were like, obviously 17, and I think one of them was 16. Sorry about that, yeah. When my family's talking in the background, sometimes I can hear it, and it sidetracks me because I'm hearing background noise, and I'm a person, I can't focus on 2 things at once. So yes, and I think one of them was 16. And to me personally, if they've passed the age of 18 and they're on trial for this, they should be tried as adults. That's just my opinion. They shouldn't, because they accepted a plea deal. Yeah, that's so cute that you accepted that plea deal. Still be tried as an adult. But then again, it's in America, so. But what are the actual rules? Like, could someone explain to me? Because I know to qualify as an adult in America is 21. Because you know what I'm thinking of over here. In the UK, once you're 18, you're an adult. You could drink alcohol, you could smoke cigarette, you can do all of that type of stuff. So I'm thinking of over here. But what's like, how does the prison system work? Like, or the law system work? Like, so what's 18? Is it nothing? Is it like a master? I'm so confused of how it works over there. All I know is 21 is when you can drink and do all of that type of stuff. But I know when you're 17, you can start driving. Like, there's so much. But me personally, if obviously they're not at the age to be tried as adults, then they can't be tried as adults. That's just still the matter. But like I said, I don't know the full rules and regulations, so I'm not gonna. Because I was talking like I'm thinking of over like I was thinking of over here in the UK. Because in the UK, once you're 18, you're classified as an adult. Yeah, you're still a teenager, but you're an adult. So you commit a crime, you'll be tried as an adult. There's no juvenile, there's no community center, there's none of that. You're tried as an adult once you hit that 18 mark. So that's why in my head I was thinking about once they turn 18, shouldn't they? But then I forgot 21 is the age for you guys over there. So, but different states, again, the thing is with America, different states have different rules as well. So yeah, someone just let me know in the comment section how that all works. So on August 1st, Damien Hernandez, who's 17, Dontrell Beaver, who's 16, Gianni Robinson, who's 17, and Travion Randolph, who's 16, all agreed to a plea deal. So basically, okay, for those that don't understand what a plea deal is or the meaning of it, I've wrote down the meaning here just so we're all clear. So a plea deal basically means an agreement in criminal law proceedings where the defendant agrees to plead guilty to the charges against them. So you know how you can go in a case and the judge can ask you guilty or not guilty, and people could I beg your pardon, bless me. People can either the judge can either ask you guilty, not guilty or guilty. And if those boys were stupid enough, they would have said not guilty. Then it could have got taken to trial, like a longer trial, right? They would have to find all the evidence and all this stuff, and there would have been a whole jury and stuff like that. And I've watched too many shows that have like, I've watched Scandal, I've watched stuff like Power that have all these like law scenes and lawyers and stuff. So I kind of know my shit a little bit. I didn't go to law school. I don't have a law degree. No, I don't have any of that stuff. But I've watched enough law shows. I've watched How to Get Away with Murder. I've watched my shit to kind of understand. I know it's just TV, but there's some real elements in these shows. So yeah, obviously a jury will be there, and that's if you do the non-guilty. But because they pleaded guilty, now it's just a matter of them waiting. It's a matter of them It's a matter of them to wait until their sentencing. So yeah, that's basically what's happening. I think they were smart to plead guilty because you are guilty. There's no way you've beaten someone to death and expect to plead not guilty. Like, there was no other way. The judge ordered that they be sent to juvenile court to be sentenced. I ain't got nothing to say about that. I mean, I just read out their ages. I mean, again, I don't know the full laws, rules, and regulations about the states. Someone's going to have to explain it to me. So I'm not going to I can't get on certain bullet points. I can't give my opinion too much, but the most I could do is just read the bullet point, and you guys, if you, whatever you know or whatever information you can share with me in order for me to learn, it would be much appreciated. The arrest came after videos circulated on social media of Lewis, who's the guy's name that sadly passed away, of Lewis getting beat up by several teens. The power of social media, and a lot of people tend to do this stuff when situations. This is what doesn't make. This is what I'm saying. People are getting more and more wicked, right? When situations are taking place, and it happens here in the UK, for example, people will be fighting, people have gone as far as being getting stabbed. People are all filming. People are getting their phones out. Like, I've seen videos of men on mopeds going to stab somebody, and people are just filming it. Now, yes, the power of social media, because that could be in the UK. I don't know what the law is over there in the US, but over here in the UK, that could actually be used against you in the court of law. So, like, I don't know if people know, but, like, the drill rappers over here, their lyrics can be used against them in court now. So that's why over here, in the States, drill music, you don't hear any blurring. They don't blur them because they can't use their lyrics against them in court over there. As far as I know. Over here, though, they can't. They can. That's why the drill rappers over here, when they're talking about mad stuff, they blur out their stuff. But yeah, the power of social media is real. So obviously the video must have went viral, and it got into the hands. Yeah, it must have got into the hands of the police. It must have got into the hands of the parents of the Lewis guy. It must have got back to his family, and they must have reported it to the police. That's probably what happened. In the video, you see around 10 people kicking, stomping, and punching as he is on the ground where he becomes unconscious. Like, for you to do that to someone, you really must hate that person. What did you think? What did you think what were you lot thinking at the back of your minds? What was like gonna happen? What were you lot thinking? What were you lot actually thinking was going to happen? Were you trying to teach him a lesson? I don't understand. Like, again, to me, it's hate crime. Because would you have done that to anybody else? Because the reason why I'm saying was it to teach him a lesson is because apparently, I don't want to jump bullet points, but I'll get to it. But there's a part there where apparently the Lewis guy done something to these guys, but I don't quite believe that. I think it's the fact that he was gay. Why you lot did what you did. Because if it was a heterosexual person that done that to you, would you have had the same energy? Like, let's say someone the same age, you wouldn't have had the same. I don't think the energy would have been the same. You want to stomp that person out, left them unconscious, and basically killed them. Because that's basically what you lot done. You murdered somebody. That's what you done. You murdered somebody. So here's the next part. This was supposedly over a pair of stolen wireless headphones and possibly over a marijuana vape pen, which may have been stolen from Lewis and his friends. Okay, let's call it spade a spade, right? And let's say Lewis and his friends did steal the vape pen and also, what else did I say? Wireless headphones. Is that a reason to murder somebody over that? Can we deep it? You took someone's life because they took a marijuana vape pen. Okay, cool, yeah. I understand you've lost money. I understand that someone stole something from me. I would be pissed if someone stole something from me, but you know what? It's not worth me going to jail. It's not worth me losing the rest of my life, possibly losing the rest of my life. And when I mean losing my life, I don't necessarily mean getting murdered. I'm losing your life behind bars, because that way you lose your life too. You're losing years of your life when you could be building, making money, building an empire for yourselves, starting a family, doing all these things, you're sitting behind four walls with other guys. Which to me is more, let me not even get into that, because let me not get into that. Because you see, sometimes my mouth can just run along, but yeah. 6 days after the beating, Lewis is medically declared brain dead. It's so sad, man. It's so sad. The status of the charges against the 9 suspects is unclear. And that's all I have so far. If I see any updates about this story, I will make a video and let you guys know. As you can tell, my mood is not... Seeing stuff like this is hurtful and it's painful. And it just goes to show you why we have pride. Everyone's always like, why do they need pride? Why is there rainbow flags everywhere? You straight motherfuckers don't go through this type of shit, man. You lot don't go through this. You lot don't understand the pain we had to endure. I put up a little TikTok the other day, right? Of me basically saying, ask me what the meaning of being gay is. And I'll tell you, it's trouble. But then ask me again on a deeper level. And I wrote some long ass, but I've never been so like open before. Like I'm open, but I was emotionally open. Like my heart was talking. I wasn't using this. It was my heart. Because I'm just like, you heterosexual men, especially, will never understand what a gay person has to go through. This is one of the stuff that homosexual people have to go through. Being scared for their life, looking over their shoulder, hoping that they're not the next person to get beaten to death. Or they're not the next person to get spat on the street. Or they're not the next person to get heckled at by people driving by saying batty boy this, gay man this, F word that. They're not the next person for people to just use as their punching bag. You guys don't have to go through this stuff. So when you lot come and say your shit like, oh, what about the pride for straight people? You lot have been having your prides. You lot don't have to go and endure the struggles that we have to go through. Bearing in mind, I'm a black gay man, because I'm black before anything. Let's just get that out of the way first. I'm black before anything, right? I'm a black gay man. So I've got 2 things to my name. Not just the fact that I'm gay, I'm black too. If you guys have found something useful from this video, be sure to like and subscribe with the notification bell. You guys might see me on Sunday. It depends on how I feel. If you don't see me on Sunday, you're definitely going to see me on Monday. Have a good weekend.